We were pretty famous back in high school.
Trust us. Had a whole future ahead of us, but now we suck.
All that potential now is flowing in the aqueducts.
Through the sands of time, many did forget.
But now our time has come to resurrect. But a podcast?
Sad I know, but can you blame us?
We are desperate to be much more than high school famous.
As soon as I hit record, my throat just made the weirdest noise.
Should we
I don't
wait
think
a
it got
moment?
picked up. I don't think it
I
picked it
didn't
up.
hear it. I didn't
but
hear it.
It was just immediate.
Well, that's your
Would you
body
wanna-
telling.
Would you wait for a moment for let my throat do its thing
Just
and then
Well, just to give a
give it
break.
give it some
Give
give
it
it a
some
little bit of
silence.
breather?
Well, that and give you a place to cut to put in the actual start of the show. I don't know.
Oh, the show never starts at a note of like this is a definitive start. It just starts.
Well, it could be your body telling you that it's rejecting this whole idea, and it's telling you that you shouldn't be involved with this at all.
It could just be telling me that I've drank this Diet Coke too fast.
Did you drink the whole Diet Coke?
It's not like there's some left.
Okay, so what did you just open it? Like how quickly did you drink it?
I've been sipping on it for the last like 2 hours.
Oh, well, if your body can't handle that.
I'm saying like I took a gulp too quickly and swallowed it
Oh, I
down
see.
too fast, and my body was rejecting it as the body should reject Diet Coke.
Well, whatever that word was, I forgot. Where you like swallow something in haste or whatever because you're trying to whatever it was. You're trying to answer a question or say something. Yeah, I forgot what the word is.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
It dates back to a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Titty nope days.
Shows how, the titty nope days. Shows which words stuck from that little
titty nope.
Well, I think that one probably only stuck for me because of the clip I played for you where they said it on that show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, all I remember is we had was it the same episode where we had the title was a pooter stuffing anti-snollygoster? Was that same one or was that something else?
Gosh. I have no idea. Probably.
Well, then those 4 words. Well,
True.
I guess, yeah. Boy, a pooter and, well, I don't know. Is it just the snollygoster is the weird one? Probably it's just the snollygoster or the anti-snollygoster. One word is sticking with me.
I think, yeah.
But enough about old stuff. Let's talk about new stuff. So, welcome to High School Famous, the podcast that's looking like it's going to have just one host here real soon. I'm Sean.
I'm Matt, and I'm confused.
Well, I'm learning about this new technology where it looks like they're going to experiment on us and they're going to meld us together.
Oh, so we will become one person?
Yeah, and we're going to
Will we
officially
still have 2 separate consciences and be able to have a conversation?
we're going to officially go by Schmat.
Okay.
Do you agree to that name? Or
Why
do
do
you
you
want
get to be first?
Well, do you want to be Mon?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Mon. I figure Schmat sounds goofier.
Yeah.
Now, if you were going to meld the two of us together, what parts of you would you want to maintain? And are there parts of me where you're like, oh, I really hope that this part of Sean remains and these parts of me remain.
You have a nicer hairline than me.
For now.
Or you think yours is going to go away?
I know.
And mine's going to just maintain where it's at?
Yours is going to come back.
Oh, it's just going to do its thing and come back.
Yeah.
So
it's like waves of the ocean. It's like the tide, you know.
Oh, yeah. It just keeps...
You're at a low tide, and, you know, eventually you'll get to live those high tide days again.
Yeah. So I think currently, keep your hairline.
Cool.
What else? What else of you is better than me?
Were you worried that I was springing something on you? That I was going to be leaving the show?
Well, I was just... I'm no, I was just like, there's got to be some weird reasoning as to why he's saying this.
What weird
no, I don't think you would. I don't think you would spring something like that on me on a recording
on the show. Yeah. Well, it might be the best way to do it.
Because if you did, I probably just wouldn't release the recording. To be honest. now I'm distracted as to what my initial task was to pick things about you that we would keep versus things about me. Clearly, and I think we can both agree on this, my penis stays.
I don't
For
I
the
don't
girth alone.
right, because it's just soup. It's too. You said it was too wide or too thick or whatever you said.
Yeah.
So why is that a good thing?
It's because girth means more than width to the ladies, I believe. So never once have I seen or heard anything of a lady being like, yeah, he was so deep in me and it was great, but he was super thin but long, and that's a fantastic penis. They would rather have a shorter, thicker penis. So that's going to do a better job at hitting the spots.
Are you assuming that mine is
I've
long
heard.
and skinny?
I just know what mine is.
Sure.
And so on that knowledge alone, because I can only pick and choose parts of you that I have seen.
Right. And I suppose vice versa. And since you're doing the picking,
yeah,
it would be a gamble for you to just opt to choose mine over yours because you have no idea what you're getting. You know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
well, I feel like at that point too, like if I, since I don't know whose consciousness is, it a mixed consciousness then?
Yeah, we're schmat now.
Okay. So if our mixed consciousness is going to decide to masturbate, I'd rather it be mine.
Well, but I would
just because.
But I'd rather it be mine.
Well, too bad. I got to pick.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to consciously be in my jerk off party. You just have to, because
party of one.
I'm going to be watching, so therefore you're going to be watching, and obviously, since I'm going to be doing it, you're also going to be doing it. So for me, it's just jerking off. For you, it's jerking off another dude.
Well, what if it's it's your arms?
Well, it's the consciousness part, so it doesn't matter whose arms it really is. We'll both be feeling it. We'll both be doing it.
But if it's your arms, am I actually taking part in it? I might have.
You're at least witnessing it. You're still going to be feeling it, so it's as if you're still doing it. We'll have one of each arm, and I'll switch hits sometimes.
Well, then could I not?
Well, no, because we're
refused. Could I not refuse to partake?
It's our conjoined consciousness.
But if it's our joined consciousness, then I have a say also. So if you decide, hey, Sean, it's your arm's turn, I could say, nah, you take care of this.
But we both control both arms.
We both control both arms, even though.
Oh, I'm assuming so. Otherwise, we're just conjoined people.
So what? But basically, you're saying that even though we both would control basically every part of the body, you are the one who's controlling everything.
No, but yeah, I guess I don't know.
I have no say.
Two consciousnesses in one body would work. We would constantly be fighting over control over everything. Then.
Yeah, because you're like, well, Sean, I'm jerking off, so you this is all. You don't have a choice in the matter. You're going to partake. I'm like, well,
I'm just saying, if jerking off occurs, okay, so if hypothetically, if jerking off occurs in this situation, then we're both jerking off my penis, no matter whose hand it is, and we're both participating in that event. I mean, you're still gonna get the pleasure of ejaculating. It's still gonna feel good to you, but it'll feel a little dirtier to you than it would for me.
Could I try to do it in a way that is unpleasant or painful? Because it's going to be
unpleasant and painful to you as well.
Right, I know, but just because I'm not pleased with the position I'm finding myself in all of a sudden.
I mean, you can definitely be attempting to do that while I'm attempting to not do that at the same time, I guess.
What if
also your eyesight? We'd keep your eyesight.
Good, great. I like that. Yeah. So I contribute hairline and eyesight, and you
so far
seem to contribute everything else. And one arm. Interesting.
We keep my height. It's not much of an improvement. It's like an inch. An inch taller than you.
We would probably keep your ears because I have freakish attached earlobes that no one seems to think is normal. So
missed out on many a Tinder date.
Well, I mean,
must have detached earlobes.
That and, I mean, not that I ever wanted an earring, but I think it would look strange or stranger
You definitely
to have.
definitely getting plugs would be much harder for you.
Bizarre. Yeah, I would. Well, I wouldn't do either. I would never get an earring or plugs, but I think there's just be something a little bit off. Yeah. I want people
mine is just a wonderland.
I want people to go inside and pray.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Well, we can ponder this some more another time. The fusing of our consciousnesses and bodies to see which parts of each are the most desirable to keep.
This is the exact type of conversation that prompted the stuff that apropos of nothing said about us.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. I already forgot about that. So,
no, you'd be jerking me off too. Anyway,
all right. Well, what better time than now for a dad joke? Now that we're done talking about,
I always forget about that. Like I thought about it before we started, and I'm like, okay, there's gonna be a dad joke, blah blah blah. And then as soon as we get into it again, the dad joke just leaves my brain.
Again, this is just like your throat is sort of whatever freakishly reacting to being on the recording. Your brain is also jettisoning the memory of doing a dad joke because you're like, I just don't want this to happen.
It'd be fine if at least even 50% of the time they were good.
Well, the only thing, I mean, look on the bright side. We're already about 5.5 months in. We're approaching halfway through this already.
All right. So the second half has to all be good to be able to hit my ratio of 50%.
Wait a minute. So 0% have been good so far?
I don't know. There's probably been a couple in there that were okay, but
well, buckle your safety belt and snap your suspenders, Schmat. Here comes Friday, May 12th. Dad joke. I saw a weird thing at the gym today. This guy put a water bottle in the Pringles can holder on the treadmill.
So that I saw a post saying that on the internet once. So that, it was like a tweet or something once.
You saw that already?
Yeah, somebody had posted a tweet or something that said that. So I don't know if the joke came from the tweet or whatever, or vice versa. But yes, I have heard that.
We know the calendar was produced sometime late. It was before this year. So do you remember, was the tweet prior to this year?
Oh, years ago. Yeah.
Then this probably got the joke from the Twitter thing, or
maybe, but a joke could have very easily been around for a long time.
Fine then. I recently bought a car with a broken reverse gear. There's no going back now.
That one's actually better.
Okay, I should have read that one.
It's better.
But I thought the Pringles
still not good, but it's better.
The Pringles thing, it's not the normal joke format. Yeah. And it makes it sound, when you first read it, it sounds like there should be more coming.
Yeah.
Right? But it makes you stop and go, wait, he's done? Wait, so where's the joke in it? And then you have to find it. You go, oh, I see. This dope is eating Pringles at the treadmill and thinking, what a fool for someone to put water bottles in those.
Nothing better than eating a salty snack while you're running on a treadmill. Nothing quenches your thirst more than salt.
I haven't tried that. I usually just drink water when I'm on the treadmill.
Speaking of Pringles, I recently just really realized I don't care for Pringles.
Really?
Yeah. Like, Pringles were one of those things where, especially like years and years ago, especially when you're a kid and shit, and you're just like, yeah, fucking Pringles, they're great. Well, you don't say fucking, but because you're a kid. But Pringles, they're awesome. But recently I just had gotten some like a few months ago, or it was probably longer than that now. And I'm just like, these are awful, because all they are is it's remnants of leftover scrap from good potato chips that's just mashed up in a paste basically and then formed into a shape. So it's like, it still is technically potatoes, but it's like, it's basically the hot dog of potatoes.
I was going to say Pringles are the particle board of potatoes.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather eat Pringles than a particle board, but I'd rather eat a hot dog than a Pringles. But yeah, as far as chips, I mean, I wouldn't, if somebody offered me Pringles, I wouldn't like turn them down. They're
slap
fine.
It out of their hand.
I wouldn't, but I wouldn't steal somebody's Pringles and eat them out on the playground.
I was just going to say that. You wouldn't steal someone's Pringles out in the schoolyard?
Yeah.
And fear their cold, dead hands. What a bizarre, stupid story that was.
Episode full of callbacks today.
For sure. Well, it's what you do when you don't have a lot new.
Also, another thing that I thought of recently, as far for a strange to me just recently music genre that I never thought of this before until now, alternative. What's weird about it is it makes me think of this is the kind of music I listen to when the music I really want to listen to is unavailable. It's the alternative music.
I think it's more like it's the alternative to the popular music.
I know what it really means, Sean.
Oh, I see. So what would you put in? Right. What would you put in your alternative music list? Any examples?
Well,
like here's the music I would regularly listen to. Here's the alternative.
It would be anything else that comes up.
Great example.
Well, no, I mean, what do you want me to say? Like
a group.
It's legitimately everything that falls outside of the realm of what I would want to be listening to at that time. But that could vary because my mood changes continuously.
I asked for an example.
An example of a band that would like never fall within something I want to listen to?
Or it could just go off of your current mood. Like check your ring, see what it's telling you.
My mood ring?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to pull down my pants.
It's a cock ring.
Yep.
It's always off.
It'd be very difficult to make a cock ring like a mood ring out of a cock ring or vice versa, because cock rings can't be made of that material.
I don't know what mood rings are made of.
Well, I mean, it's
a rigid material. You mean?
Yeah, it's a rigid material. And
yeah,
can't be.
That'd be risky business. You might find yourself having to rush to the hospital.
Well, yeah, you could be in a situation where you have to get it cut off.
It's like you have to. You can wear this, but there's this one mood you have to avoid. Otherwise, you're going to be in some serious pain.
Yep.
And that's the mood you probably don't want to avoid for that body part.
No, so to circle back for a second, I'm trying to think. My musical mood at the moment has actually been all over the place. But it's typically still more in the rock or metal or
alternative.
Not alternative.
So you don't listen to any alternative music?
Wouldn't say I don't. I probably listen to quote unquote alternative music less than anything else. But I guess it would really just depend on what actually falls in the real alternative genre instead of my version of what alternative would mean.
You know, I think that we often improperly state quote unquote because everything you said after that was technically then outside of the quote.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You're supposed to.
So
yeah.
I will, quote, alternative, unquote.
Fair enough.
But I don't know. I see the problem with me too is I listen to so much different shit, but usually like with certain bands, it'll be specific songs probably that I'll listen to. Not necessarily the top 40 or the hits, but like certain songs by certain bands that I will enjoy. Whereas like, you know, if they have like 5 albums, I might enjoy 7 songs by that band.
So if popular music changes throughout the years, and if alternative music is meant to be something that's an alternative to popular music, does alternative music change throughout the years? Or is it always like a certain kind of music is considered alternative?
I don't know. Like, does the alternative genre still really kind of exist now, or has it kind of faded away? It felt like that was a big deal in the 90s.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if it's still... Then
there were subgenres off of that too, though. Because there's alternative rock.
Yeah.
There's like bland-ass alternative. Then there's alternative rock.
Then there's alternative ska.
I don't know about that. I think ska is just ska.
There's alternative shock rock. There's alternative deathcore.
Don't know about that.
There's alternative hip hop.
I don't know.
There's alternative flute music. There's alternative
woodwind.
Alternative symphony. Hey, do you know the difference between a symphony and like an orchestra? Is there a difference?
I'm sure there is. Maybe size
matters.
or instrument ensemble, perhaps.
Hey, listeners, let us know what's the difference between a symphony and an orchestra.
Like, does a symphony? I think an orchestra. I don't know if a symphony has like horned instruments.
You think it's strings and percussion?
I think so.
That might be.
Maybe I might be super off base, but
could it have? So it could have woodwind too, but just not horns.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it doesn't include brass instruments.
And so an orchestra is the devil's music.
Yeah.
Are you looking it up? Is that what you're doing?
I am.
So I think on last episode or one of the last episodes, I was trying to figure out the term for a paper that's written with all the sources cited on a separate page at the end or whatever.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The answer came up. So finish what you were saying.
Oh, I was going to say, I think the term I was thinking of was it had a bibliography.
Okay.
But I still don't think that's right. But I figured out what the difference is between a bibliography and having a paper with cited sources.
What's that?
Well, when you cite a source, you cite the source of the material that you helped or that you sort of implemented into the paper, whereas a bibliography includes all of that and includes stuff that you read up that you didn't include in the paper.
So it's like a second paper.
Kind of.
It's basically, and another thing.
Well, it's like if you do a research for a paper and you look at all these different books or whatever, be their web pages or whatever they are, all these other sources, and you pull info from here and here, like you pull here from source A, B, C, and D, but then you also happen to just read up source, G, E, F, or G, H, I, J, or whatever, for example. But you don't actually use any info from those last bit of sources, but you still you still research those to help make your paper, or in the process of researching, you would still include those sources even though you didn't cite anything from them.
Okay.
That's the difference. That's what a bibliotech. That's
what a library is.
That's what a bibliography is. Wow.
Just straight into Spanish.
A discliothèque.
A discotheque.
Yeah. A discliothèque. It's a club for books. It's a nightclub for books.
Nice. Like it.
Yep.
So I asked ChatGPT what's the difference between a symphony and an orchestra. We might as well. It's so much easier than Googling it because it just gives you an answer as opposed to you looking up an answer.
That is true. But is it going to be correct?
I can only assume. An orchestra is a group of musicians who play musical instruments together, typically including strings, woodwinds, brass, and percussion.
Okay.
They may play a variety of musical genres, including classical, jazz, and popular music. Oh. A symphony, on the other hand, is a specific type of musical composition for an orchestra. A symphony usually consists of several movements, each with its own distinct musical themes and styles. Symphonies are typically associated with classical music and are considered one of the most important forms of classical music. So in summary, an orchestra is a group of musicians who play together, while a symphony is a type of musical composition that is typically played by an orchestra. So a symphony is not a group of musicians. So that's where we were very, very wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know.
And we're less dumb for it.
Hey, speaking of being less dumb.
Yeah.
You want to test how smart we are, Schmack?
I always want to test how smart I am because I love for our viewers to realize how dumb I actually am. Before you get on to what you're doing, it's also a great way for us to remind our listeners that once it comes out, check out that episode of Stuff You Should Know that we were on Tuesday.
Except instead of looking that up, look up Stuff I Never Knew, because that's the actual name of the show.
There we go. Do that one. That just shows how dumb I am.
Yep. Stuff I Never Knew. You can find it on YouTube. Well, the show itself. Our episode has not come out yet, but you can find Stuff I Never Knew on anywhere you listen to podcasts, or you can watch it on YouTube as well.
Yep, and we will definitely give more information once we are actually up so you guys can listen to it.
Correct. But it was a fun time, and you will find out just how smart or dumb I am in that episode.
Same.
But carrying on with
I was going to say, I agree.
So this is not trivia here, but I do have a list of 20 brain teasers that'll give you a serious mental workout. This is from popsugar.com.
Ooh.
I'm citing my source, but this is not a bibliography because I only have one source.
Did you look up any other sources as well, or did you find this and stop?
I found this and stopped.
Perfect.
So, I think, I'll just read them. I didn't read the answers, so I can read each one and we can try to see if we can figure it out. This might be slow going, or we could just be quick to surrender and give up if we don't think we can figure it out. But hopefully we're smart enough to not have to do that. Yeah. All right. So the first one, if I am holding a bee, as in the insect, what do I have in my eye?
If I'm holding a bee, what do I have in my eye? Is I spelled E-Y-E?
I is spelled E-Y-E.
Okay.
The second I. The first I, which is what do I have in my eye, is just the letter I. So it's I as in yourself, and then I as in one of your two eyeballs.
Right.
And I think when I was scrolling through to see if there was answers, I believe I accidentally did see the answer to this one.
Okay.
So I will just defer it to you to try to figure it out.
I'm holding a bee. What do I have in my eye? I can't even come up with a dumb, clever answer.
And B is B-E-E.
Yeah, you did state that.
I did, but I'm reiterating.
Boy, Sean, I do not know.
Do we want to read the answers at the end? Like, do we want to like jot down what we think the answer is, and then at the end we'll read all the correct answers?
I mean, I guess that would give me more time to come up with something stupid if I don't know the real answer.
All right. We'll do that then. So,
okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready for brain teaser? So far, I had to bow out because I believe I read the answer by accident, and then Matt has yet to come up with an answer.
Right.
Next is number 2. A sundial has the fewest moving parts of any timepiece. Which has the most?
What?
My first thought went to like a grandfather clock.
Okay.
It has those chains with the weights that help regulate the movement of it. But
so here's the problem with that thought process, because you're trying to come up with a logical answer.
It's probably not logical.
These are brain teasers.
Yeah.
Which means the answer is going to be something kind of outside the box. So a sundial has the least moving parts out of any. How do they word it?
It says the fewest moving parts of any timepiece.
Timepiece.
Which has the most?
Oh boy, these are just going to be.
Yeah, I wasn't looking
more annoying than anything.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking we were going to be very successful with this list.
Yeah, this is already making us look horribly stupid.
And hey, plenty of listeners could have this right away.
Oh, I'm sure plenty of people. There's people
shouting.
who are just super into these that know all the answers.
They could be shouting from the rooftops or the mountaintops, because that's where you go to listen to podcasts, the top of the mountain.
Well, yeah, you're the closest to the satellites, so you get the best service.
That's true. And, but is that what you want? Don't you want to be closer to a cell tower than a satellite?
Yep, that was the joke.
Oh, I see.
That it wouldn't actually be better.
Has the fewest moving parts of any timepiece. Which has the most? I don't know. The sun.
I thought you were going to write down answers and then we'd come up with them later.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we can definitely work through the thought process as we're writing down our answer.
All right.
To make it a more interesting podcast.
Did you write anything down?
I did. It's not the right answer.
Oh. Do you want to save it until the end?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that's what we were doing, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, number 3. How can 8 plus 8 equal 4?
When it doesn't? Because it...
The one thing that came to mind... Let me make sure that says plus and not like divided by.
Zooming in.
All right, it's plus. The first thing that came to my mind, I guess I shouldn't say it if we want to save it to the end. I'm just going to write down what I think.
Okay. Well, because the way you stated it is the first thing that comes to your mind, which makes it seem like you had a second, possibly better answer or a different answer after that. But that's fine if you don't.
No, I've only got one answer.
How can 8 plus 8 equal 4?
Oh, wait. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. Oh, maybe that's right. I think I've got the answer. But,
well, I wrote an answer.
Very good.
That I don't think is going to be, but it's at least slightly clever, maybe.
Oh,
we'll
let
hope. Somebody. Well, yeah, we'll let you
God decide
that. We'll let Jesus take the wheel on that one.
We'll let God, the only person fitting to judge.
Prominent being.
All right, number 4. If you have me, you want to share me, but if you share me, you don't have me. What am I?
If you have me, you want to share me, but if you share me, you do not have me.
Oh, I think I know it.
I feel like that could be a lot of different answers.
I know what it is.
You know,
I'm pretty confident.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident.
All right.
You got your answer down?
I wrote an answer down.
All right. Number 5. I am heavy and hard to pick up, but backwards I am not. What am I?
All right.
You already wrote an answer down?
100%. That one I got right.
Let's see. I'm heavy and hard to pick up, but backwards I am not. Am I?
This one will bum you out that you got it wrong.
Really?
If you get it wrong.
Oh, crap. Heavy and hard to pick up.
Sometimes the answer is right in your face.
Yeah. All right. This next one I know I've heard before, and I know what the answer is, but I'll see if you. I'm pretty sure you probably do too. A cowboy rides into town on Friday, stays for 3 days, and leaves on Friday. How is this possible?
I was writing down the answer as you were saying it. So
I saw that.
I do know this one.
Yeah, I knew that was, I think, a more well-known thing that we've all heard. All right, number 7.
How many are there, by the way?
There's 20.
Okay.
Number 7. Turn me on my side, and I am everything. Cut me in half, and I am nothing. What am I?
A woman.
Well, then it's no matter what, it's always nothing.
Whoa.
Well, you keep
women don't exist.
Right, the through line that you keep touting.
I followed it after I said whoa. I'm like, okay, I see where he's going with it. I thought you were being a sexist piece of shit.
No.
Turn me on my side, I am everything. Cut me in half, I am nothing.
Yeah, turn me on my side. If we want, we can go ahead and maybe come back. If we're stumped on one, we can go to the next one and then revisit any we don't have an answer for. Because right now I don't have an answer for that one.
Yeah, so I threw out a good joke already, so I can't write that down as my answer.
So
I
we
threw
can
out the best joke.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's still there.
It's
the
still
joke
there.
Still, it's still on record. Is a one you've never told before. Number 8 is you're in a dark room with a candle, a wood stove, and a gas lamp. You only have one match. So what do you light first?
Candle, a wood stove, and a what?
And a gas lamp.
Okay, got it. Some of these won't be funny because they're just the right answer.
Right. I think I know what the answer is, but I could be wrong. Anyway, number 10. Or I'm sorry, number 9. Number 9. A woman stands on one side of a river, her dog on the other. There is no bridge. The woman calls her dog, who immediately crosses the river without getting wet. How did the dog do it?
I think this is the right answer.
I think my answer is the right answer.
Well, if we have different answers, one of us is
both
wrong.
of us are wrong.
No.
We could both be wrong.
Well, true.
All right. Number 10.
About that fucking side, everything.
The sideways, yeah.
Cut in half, nothing.
Number 10. What is unusual about the following words? Revive, banana, grammar, voodoo, assess, potato, dresser, uneven.
What's weird about them?
What is unusual about the following words?
See, you have the words in front of you, so you can stare at them and try to figure it out.
Do you want to write them down, or I could send them to you?
Just say them all again.
Revive, banana, grammar, voodoo, assess, potato, dresser, uneven.
Oh boy. No
I just texted them your way.
Oh.
You may wish to
May
have
look
them
at them at my at my leisure.
Yeah, this might be a come back to it.
Yeah.
All right, let me know if you want me to go on to number 11.
Yeah.
All right, number 11. A coin is in an empty bottle, but a cork is in the neck. How can you remove the coin without removing the cork or breaking the bottle?
Coin is in an empty bottle. Cork is in the neck. How can you remove? What?
I have a theory on this one. I think, I don't want to give you anything.
Yeah. Don't do that.
But I have a theory on this one. When I first read this, it came to me immediately that this might be what they're going for. But I didn't give it any thought beyond that. So I'm only right if my initial thought is correct. If I haven't sat and really thought about it.
All right. Well, whatever. I'm writing something down, but
all right. Number 12. What makes this number unique? 8,549,176,320.
8549. What now?
176,320.
It's not the Fibonacci sequence. What is interesting about the?
It's Bruce Campbell's birthday.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I would say we're getting a serious mental workout.
I'm getting a mental punch out.
My brain is sore. All right, number 13. We have, what do the following words have in common? Polish, job, and herb, like Herb.
Polish, job, and herb. Jesus Christ, dude. These are fucking awful. Are you sure it's Polish? Is it capitalized? It's Polish?
It's not capitalized, but it's P-O-L.
And it's Polish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if it's not capitalized, it's Polish.
Okay, then Polish.
That changes everything.
Yeah.
Still unguessable, but
Polish,
changes
job,
everything.
and herb. Oh, that changes my theory.
I just wrote down a fucking ridiculous answer. Whatever. Seven's bothering me. We still need to go back to 7.
Yeah, the sideways
more to
cut
do.
in half one.
Yeah.
Okay, number 14. What type of cheese is made backwards? What type of cheese is made backwards?
Yeah, got it.
You got it?
100%. It's right along the lines with the other one where the answer is right in front of you and you're going to kick yourself for not getting it. Better not be Googling anything.
I'm not.
Okay. He's got really quiet and started typing. I'm like, he's Googling. He's ChatGPTing. I wonder if we typed these into ChatGPT, if it would give it the answers.
It might.
That'd be an interesting new experiment.
Maybe one of us should be writing our guesses and then the other person write the ChatGPT results.
Well, you have all the brain teasers in front of you, so it'd be easier for you to enter those in than for me to do it.
Yeah.
Unless you send them to me.
I don't have a guess for this. But you said it's going to be right in front of me, like.
Oh, it's 100%. Yeah, the answer's gonna haunt you for days.
Okay. Well, I have to leave it blank.
All right.
Okay. Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain in the world?
All right. Moving on. Next one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that one too. All right. Number 16. What can be seen once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years?
Got it?
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
You know this one?
Yeah. I'm suddenly feeling confident.
I've probably heard this one. This sounds familiar, but I can't remember what the answer was. Once in a moment. I'm sorry. Once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years. Oh, wait a minute.
Once again, this answer is right in front of you.
Oh, I think I know it.
Yep. I'm sure you do.
Okay. Number 17. Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right? Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right?
I think if this isn't the right answer, it's still a valid answer.
I think we probably have the same thing written down.
Maybe.
And we might, I have the same feeling toward it. Okay. Number 18. What can travel around the world while staying in one corner?
Travel around the world while staying in one corner. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's the verbiage "one corner" is very specific.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I put a guess down. I'm probably wrong, but I put a guess down.
I put some words down. I'm definitely wrong.
Very good. You're certain. All right.
100% wrong.
I think we'll both get this one, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
How many months have 28 days?
Yeah.
All right, we are on to our final.
They throw shit like that in.
And right,
I mean,
hey, I am smart.
to be more like transparent about it. A lot of these people have maybe heard before. It's just the ones we've heard. We're like, what an obvious one.
Yeah. No, yeah. But the first time you heard it, you're like, huh? And then you hear the answer, and you're like, ugh. That was my reaction when I first heard the rides into town on Friday.
Yeah.
All right. So number 20, I have a money box that's 10 inches wide and 5 inches tall. Roughly how many bills can I place in my empty money box?
Like a trick answer to this.
I know. I
mean, they're trick answers for all of them. I don't know why I said that.
I mean, what caught me right away was that it says, can I place in my empty money box? And it's like, well, as soon as you put something in, it's not empty anymore.
Right. So,
But they could be saying, if it's completely empty, well, because that would, I'm going to put that.
Yeah.
0. I should elaborate. It wouldn't be empty anymore.
I'm going to tell you what. I have a similar answer, but different. Different reasoning, kind of. All right, so I need to go back to number 7.
Yeah, I have no answer for number 7, number 10, or number 14.
Okay, 10, I just wrote something down that's not right. So 7 again, remind me, it was what's everything was fun to go back and remind.
Yeah. Turn me on my side and I am everything. Cut me in half and I am nothing. What am I?
Okay. So I'm going to work on that one.
Okay. But that's the only one that you don't have an answer for?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the cheese one. What type of cheese is made backwards?
Mm-hmm.
Which you got right away.
Mm-hmm.
What type of cheese is made backwards?
All right. I wrote an answer for 7 and I'm good to go. So Sean will finish up his answers quickly, and we will do this.
All right, I put something down for the cheese one. With the following words. All right, number 7. Right. Okay, let's see. Everything. Can we have anything? Okay, I wrote an answer down for number 7 as well.
So, since you trying to think, what we'll do, obviously, we'll read through them again. We'll give our answers. If one of us is right, we're trying to figure out which one of us is the smartest, right?
Sure.
So, you get a point if you get it right. Now, granted, number 1, you already had the answer to it,
right?
So we'll basically negate number 1, even though.
Well, if you think you got it right, I should get that point.
I don't think I got it right, anyways.
Right, well, let's just before we what did you have for number 1?
So what was number 1 again?
If I'm holding a bee, what do I have in my eye?
All right, yeah. So I just wrote dirt or a second bee because I had no idea. Darn,
that's not the answer. The answer is beauty, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I like that one. Though. That's pretty great.
We're tied 0 for 0.
0 for 0.
Or 0 for 1, I should say. It's 0-2-0. Okay, number 2. A sundial has the fewest moving parts of any timepiece, which has the most. I wrote the sun.
I wrote man.
Oh, that could be right. All right, let's see what the answer is. Number 2, a sundial has the... Oh, that's the actual question. Hold on. Oh, come on.
All right,
brain teaser, you win. An hourglass.
Oh, that's
the
great.
Grains of sand. So
it's like man, right?
Yeah, exactly. With the right figure.
An hourglass filled with men.
You'd have to calculate the right amount of men. All right, number 3. How can 8 plus 8 equal 4?
I I wrote when it's two halves of a 4-leaf clover.
I wrote when
figure eight. Like figure eight's crossing at the center.
You know, that could be. I wrote when it's adding fourths.
When it's adding fourths?
Like 8/4 plus 8/4 equals 4 because it's 16/4.
Oh, okay.
That's what I wrote down.
It's probably
or you could say,
more.
You could say something like when you're adding quarters together or something. Like,
okay.
You get $4 if you have 8 plus 8 quarters.
Yep, you're probably more right than I am.
But I like your answer. But let's find out. Oh, we're both wrong. So here's the answer to number 3. If you're thinking in terms of time, 8 a.m. plus 8 more hours equals 4 p.m.
Oh. But it says if you're thinking of time, because we're not.
Right. But if we're not, because you're thinking infinite.
I'm thinking infinite?
2 figure eights. Infinite, infinity. Anyway.
Yeah. Infinite time.
I mean, I would argue that my answer is still correct. It's just not the answer that this person gave. They both work. I don't get a point, but it both works.
Yeah.
So
we could both take points or not. Then they would negate themselves either way. So we might as well just not take the points.
Yeah, I mean yours is a stretch, but anyway,
mine's a stretch.
All right. I'm fairly confident in number 4, and for number 4,
I'm not.
The question was: if you have me, you want to share me, but if you share me, you don't have me.
Oh, so you want to share me? Oh,
what do you have for number?
I wrote the air from my lungs.
You want to share it?
Well, I forgot. I missed the part of wanting to share it. I thought
no.
Yeah.
The answer, which is what I wrote down, is a secret.
Oh, yeah.
If you have me,
that's the right answer for sure.
Yep. I have a point. We're 1-0. 1-0. Number 5
I've
was
heard that one before too.
Number 5. I am heavy and hard to pick. You think you got this one?
I have this one.
Okay. I'm heavy and hard to pick up, but backwards I am not. What am I? I wrote a tank.
I wrote ton. Ton. Ton.
A ton, which is equal to 2,000 pounds, and spelled backwards is not. Very good. Very good. So we're 1-1.
One apiece.
We're equally smart so far.
Mm-hmm.
But
and equally dumb.
In different ways,
I would say we're more equally dumb because we've gotten less right than wrong. So
but that also equates to a certain level of being equally smart. It's a spectrum, smart to dumb spectrum, and we're both just at the same spot. All right, number 6. A cowboy rides into town on Friday and leaves on Friday. The horse's name is Friday. Can we agree on that?
Friday. Yep.
I'm going to double check the answer just to be sure. Number 6, his horse's name is Friday. So we are both 2 for 2 here. It's 2-2. I keep saying it wrong. All right. Here we go. Here's the doozy. Turn me on my side and I am everything. Cut me in half and I am nothing. What am I?
I wrote the flat earth. I don't know.
I wrote the deficit.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
I just now got the answer. It's the number 8. Turn you on your side, it's infinity. Cut it in half and it's 2 zeros.
All right, let's scroll to find out. The number 8. On its side, it looks like an infinity sign. Cut in half, it looks like 2 zeros.
I just got it because of you saying infinity earlier, and it just popped into my head.
Yeah, you technically don't get
I don't get the point. I didn't get it until after.
What?
I did get it before you read the answer, but however, I did not get it.
I just saw the answer to number 8, and I'm pissed. I'm very pissed that I didn't get it.
You seemed confident. You're like, I'm pretty sure I got it.
Where'd it go? Number 8. It's the one where you're in a dark room with a candle, a wood stove, and a gas lamp. You only have one match. So what do you light first, Matt?
You light the match first.
That's what you think. Whereas I think you light the candle first. But let's see what the answer is. Oh, look at that. You can't light a candle without a lit match. The answer is the match. You have a point. You are now, I believe, one up on me. All right. So this is fantastic. Number 9. A woman stands on one side of the river, her dog on the other. There is no bridge. The woman calls her dog, who immediately crosses the river without getting wet. How did the dog do it? Matt, please tell us.
I believe the river is dried up.
You know what? I put the river is frozen.
Okay.
So we're both thinking similarly.
Mm-hmm.
But let's find out what the answer is listed on the website here. Oh, the river was frozen. I almost feel like you have to. Okay, here's the question: if a river's dried up, like as in there is no more water, is it still a river? If there's no still or moving water, I would say it's no longer a river. Yeah,
we'll go with it. You got the answer that was there, so either way, you got the answer.
And it's similar to Okay, so I have 3 points, and I believe you have 3 points.
Exactly.
Correct. All right, so we're on to number 10. Where this is the halfway point almost.
Yep, which I did not get right.
What? What? Oh, hold on. I was looking at the answer. I'm like, I don't remember this question at all. Okay. Number 10. What is unusual about the following words? Revive, banana, grammar, voodoo, assess, potato, dresser, and uneven. I, of course, wrote, they summon a fish demon.
I wrote that only 2 of them are food. It's weird, right?
One of us has to be right. Okay, let's find out which one of us is least embarrassed. If you take the first letter of each word and place it at the end, it'll spell the same word backwards. So it's like it's like a palindrome with one extra letter stuck onto it, so you can put the letter on the end of the beginning. Touche, brain teaser. All right, that's a fail. That's a cross out for me. Although it may still summon a fish demon. That has yet to be proven or disproven. We'll get back to everyone on that later on. I'm going to test it out.
Right.
It summons a fish demon. I'm going to give myself the point. You know what? I'm not. You know why? Because it doesn't say that on the sheet.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't count. All right, let's go on to number 11. A coin is in an empty bottle, but a cork is in the neck. How can you remove the coin without removing the cork or breaking the bottle?
I just wrote that the bottle is not technically empty.
That is true.
There's a coin in it.
It could say it's a trick question because it's not an empty bottle with the coin in it. I had the same idea, but a different answer with the same thing in mind. I put down that the coin is actually behind the bottle, and it just looks like it's inside the bottle. So if you just lift up the bottle, the coin no longer looks like it's inside.
Yeah, but it does say that the coin is inside, right?
It does, but it could be an optical illusion.
Then it would be a lie.
Sure, but also saying a coin is inside an empty bottle is also a lie because the bottle is technically not empty. So
either way, we're both wrong. What's the real answer?
All right, which one of us are better liars? Let's find out. What number are we? 11? All right. Push the cork down into the bottle and shake the coin out. So there is a coin inside, and you're just supposed to push the cork through the neck of the bottle until it goes in the bottle as well.
I guess in that sense, you're not removing the cork. I mean, you're removing the cork from its placement,
but you're not
removing it from the bottle.
Yeah, it's still in the bottle. That's not fair.
Whatever. Stupid.
That's not fair. I'm saying I'm right. Just kidding.
Nope.
All right. Number 12. Yeah. What makes this number unique? 8,549,176,320.
It spells boobs.
I'm looking at it upside down and I don't see it.
Oh, damn it.
I wrote, all numbers are unique. It's the only one of that number.
If that's the answer, I'm going to be so pissed off.
Number 12. That's not the answer.
Okay, good.
It contains each number 0 through 9 in alphabetical order.
Oh, all right.
You know what? Sure. Another example of me being technically right, but just not officially right. All right. Number 13. Let's do this. What do the following words all have in common? Polish, job, and herb. I put that they're all English words.
I said they're all things you do to a penis.
Very good. You herb your penis.
Yep.
Great. I guess
once it tastes better.
Once the fusing commences, I will see what this is all about.
Yep.
Right now, I just have to
You can do you can polish
use
a
my
penis, you can do
imagination.
a penis job.
Oh, you know what? By questioning the way it's written out, you inevitably answered the question without knowing you answered the question. All of these words are pronounced differently when the first letter is capitalized. Polish, Job, and herb.
Yep.
Versus polish,
Interesting.
job, and herb.
Interesting.
They're all English, so I'm still right in a way.
Well, I'm still right in a way then too. You can herb a penis, but you can't herb a penis.
Just ask Herb. Number 14. What type of cheese is made backwards?
Sean?
I put Fremunda cheese.
It's not. Nope. Think back to ton and not.
So
Edam. EDAM.
Now
is made backwards.
Is that a type of?
That is a type of cheese.
It is. So I'm reading it. It is correct. You're correct. Yep. But I was not aware of this type of cheese.
Yeah.
So that shows my dumbness. And no one's been able to determine the official way to make Fremunda cheese. So the jury's still out on whether it's made backwards or forwards.
It's made naturally. It's the most natural cheese.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So though I'm incorrect, I'm proud of my answer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to number 15.
Mm-hmm.
Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain in the world?
It would be Mount Everest.
I also wrote Mount Everest. Shall we check our scores? Mount Everest. It was still the highest in the world. It just hadn't been discovered yet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So far, it's looking like you're going to come out the victor in this game. But let's go on.
I'm only 1 point ahead of you.
I thought you were 2 because I thought you were already a point ahead of me before the cheese question.
No, because
we'll tally it up.
We had because you got the river one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's anyone's game. What can be seen once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years?
The letter
M. Boom. We both are correct. Thank goodness I figured that one out before it was over.
You weren't looking great there for a minute.
Yep. Okay. Number 17. Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right?
I think it would be the spare tire.
I also think it's the spare tire. So let's go on and find that the answer is the spare tire. Man, we are smart. We're really coming around on the second half of this.
Yeah. Well, of these next 3, I'm only confident in one of them.
I think our brains just had to warm up. I don't know if I'm confident on any of the last 3. Number 17. Oh no, that was the tire one was 17. Number 18. What can travel around the world while staying in one corner?
The child I have in a cage.
I wrote a ship captain. A ship captain.
You wrote it twice?
Yes. So if it lists it once, do I get it wrong? Or do I still get the answer?
Well, I just don't know if you're right at all.
I am not, and surprisingly, neither are you.
Well, yeah, no, not surprising.
You know what can travel around the world and stay in one corner?
What's that?
Why, that would be a postage stamp.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ almighty. Praise the Lord. All right. Number 19. Oh, yeah, I am confident about this
around the world. It's going to travel to its destination.
Well, yeah, it would. So that's technically not accurate.
I mean, it could, because it's not like one stamp can get it to go to many different destinations all over the world.
But every stamp would travel around the world. Just the first one. Like, let's say somewhere along the way you had to add stamps to it. The very first stamp you put on there would travel around the whole world.
Yeah, I guess. Eventually it would have to get put in something else because the stamps would just take over too much of the envelope to where you couldn't read the destination anymore.
I don't think so.
You just think they just pile them on top?
Yeah, it's like your registration, your tabs. You just slap the new one on top of the old one.
I suppose.
All right, number 19. I am confident about this one. How many months have 28 days?
All of them.
All of them. And the answer is all 12 of them. I'm going to count it.
Yeah, as well. So, Sean, if you get this next one right and I get it wrong, we tie.
So I have a very small chance of winning.
You have a 0 chance of winning.
That's
you have
right.
a small chance of tying.
We can only tie. All right. I have a money box that is 10 inches wide and 5 inches tall. Roughly how many bills can I place in my empty money box? Question mark. What was your answer?
All right. So we know you wrote 0.
We do?
Because you said it. So you said
I did?
0, otherwise it wouldn't be empty anymore. I wrote
Got it.
1. I wrote 1 because after that it would not be empty anymore.
Ooh, this is good. This is like a...
Yeah, you can only put 1 in an empty thing because once it's got 1 in it, it's no longer empty. Was my logic.
Well, you could put more than 1 in at the same time. Like if you had a roll of bills, you slap it in there.
But as soon as 1 is in, it's no longer considered empty.
But you could put 2 in.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But you're not limited to it just being 1.
Right. I don't know if either of us are right, to be honest.
The answer could be any number of bills. It could be like any number of bills because it's no longer empty.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's find out. Ooh, fingers crossed for a tie. Just 1. After which it will no longer be empty.
What?
Oh my god! All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points out of 20. I guess out of 19 since the first one got wiped.
Wait, you got 8?
Yeah.
Oh, I miscounted. Wait, no, because I only got 9.
Oh, so I could have. Well,
Wait.
No, if I.
Goofy.
No, you got it right. So that what happened? So I got number 4, which is a secret. I got number 6.
Oh, I forgot you had that one.
Yeah,
but then I got
number 4.
1. Okay, so we were even after I got 5. We both got 6.
Both got 6. I got 9.
8.
You got 8
got
now, so we're tied there.
Tied again.
The next one I got right was number 15, Mount Everest, but you got the number 14, the cheese question. So that means
I was one up on you.
We both got the letter M.
Yep.
So you're still 1 up. We both got spare tire.
Yep.
We both got all of the months.
Yep.
So you're 1 up. And then
I got the last one.
Oh, here's
so
what 2 up. You are 2 up. You know why? Even though I got number 20 wrong, for some reason I put a check mark next to it instead of crossing it out.
I was about to say, I'm like, wait, I should be 2 ahead of you, not 1.
Yeah, no.
I got 9.
All right, so So for the body fusing, we're gonna keep. Well, I guess it was going to be both our consciousnesses. I was going to say we're going to keep your brain.
Yeah,
because I'm clearly inferior intellectually. But again, I got some right that you didn't get right. So, there's argument to be made that my brain has some value.
Yeah, I mean, together we make one perfect human who can
still not get every
herb his penis.
Right? See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you have a question, complaint, or threat for Sean or Matt, you can reach us on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at hsfamouspod, or you can email the show at highschoolfamous@gmail.com. No animals were pleasured during the making of this podcast, despite our best efforts. All hail our Lord and Savior.
I'm Matt, and I'm confused.